Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jeff. Today we are reacting to the latest single from AleXa. This is Distraction. Now, as I did with I'm Okay, fair warning, or more of a disclosure, I have heard this song. Because she did it on her tour, I haven't seen the video or heard any sort of remastered version or anything like that, but I did hear this song live, and at the time she did say it was an unreleased song. So if you see me mouthing parts of the lyrics or anything like that, it'll be because I recognize them from that, not because I've already seen this video. But like that disclaimer that I gave at the previous video, the reason I'm doing this one, there's a couple reasons. One, AleXa needs more attention. Even if it's just my small channel helping get her name out there just a little bit more, she deserves it. She's highly underrated. Also, she's an amazing performer if you get a chance to see her live. Another reason is because this one has a video. There might be something interesting in the video that I wouldn't have seen, obviously. So, with all that being said, let's go check out AleXa with Distraction. It's got the pop punk rocker.
Wake up if he only calls past 2 a.m. and you're still. Wait up if he's too broke to pay his rent and you still. Make up really dumb excuses to your friends. Clearly you just wanna play pretend. Not again, not again. If I could go back in time and change my mind and save me the heartbreak, tell me he's not the one, girl, you should run. It's a fucking mistake, 'cause it's not love, it's just a new distraction. Self-sabotage, it seems like it never happened. In his dirty apartment, he's not the best, he's a regret. Stop crying over someone who's ignoring your text, 'cause it's not love, it's just a new distraction. You should put the phone down.
Love AleXa.
Said I cut him off to save me the embarrassment. Swore I would marry him, but really I was just okay with settling. If I could go back in time and change my mind and save me the heartbreak, tell me he's not the one, girl, you should run. It's a fucking mistake, 'cause it's not love, it's just a new distraction. Self-sabotage,
Definitely an upbeat, like pop punk thing going on here.
Distraction, self-sabotage, it seems like it never happened. In his dirty apartment, he's not the best, he's a regret. Stop crying over someone who's ignoring your text, 'cause it's not love, it's just a new distraction.
Playing Jenga.
Put the phone down, he's such a loser. Girl, you're just losing it. I know the truth hurts, but he's a piece of shit. He's such a loser. Girl, you're just losing it. I know the truth hurts, but he's a piece of shit.
Really? Blurred out the middle finger, but we still saw the well, I guess they did like censor the word fuck when she on the text or call incoming screen. But this is funny too, because so on her Twitter account she posted a selfie, which I think is actually the same image of her that's on the thumbnail here, and her caption was meow or whatever. Okay, so I actually didn't remember as much of the song as I thought I would, but Yeah, it was a lot of fun. The message isn't so fun because the message is about heartbreak and about the aftermath of kind of like rebounding. So, you go from one relationship you've just recently got out of and you're seeking something, someone to ease that pain or that fill that emptiness, and so you just automatically jump to the next person without actually realizing if they're good for you or not, and in this case it turns out they're not. And so she's talking about like it's not love, it's just a new distraction trying to distract her from that pain. So yeah, we're gonna listen again, and I'll point out a couple of things in the lyrics. One thing that I like and dislike about AleXa's videos is that there's usually not a lot going on with the video itself to break down. It's usually just her, or in this case, it's her with some friends, and they're just chilling. Like when she did I'm Okay, there was a little bit there. When she did Romeo and Juliet, there was a little bit there. Not a ton. And I'm not sure if that's because she doesn't like if this style of video is by choice from her, or if this is something like the label just is too lazy to actually put a story together for. I don't know. Could be both. Maybe she wants it like this because they don't want to do anything more. I don't know. There may be some explanation, or it just might be her favorite style where she just wants to be chill and exist in the video, and in this case have some fun. All of those are perfectly valid. I'm just curious which answer it is. If they're maybe if I get to meet her again, I might ask her. Probably find a better way to ask her though, because like the way I just phrased it sounded kind of rude now that I think about it, but I didn't mean it that way. Anyway, let's go back. Alright, so she's having trouble sleeping here.
Wake up if he only calls past 2 a.m. and you're still.
So she's giving you examples of how you know that this guy is probably not it. Like if he only calls past 2 a.m., that's usually indicative of its booty call time.
Wait up if he's too broke to pay his rent.
Wait up. So I like that transition because it ties into both lines. Wait up as in like you're waiting for him to call past 2 a.m. and also wait up like hold up if he's too broke to pay his rent.
You still make up really dumb excuses to your friends.
Yeah, if you have to explain yourself to your friends with really stupid excuses as to why you're still talking to the person or whatever. All right, so we're building a list of ways you can identify that this person ain't it.
Clearly you just wanna play pretend. Not again, not again. If I could go back in time and change my mind and save me the heart.
So if she could go back in time, she wouldn't jump into this rebound relationship.
Break. Tell me he's not the one, girl, you should run. It's a fucking mistake. 'Cause it's not love, it's just a new distraction.
We talked about that line already.
Self-sabotage, it seems like it never happened.
Self-sabotage, because that's all you're doing when you jump into those kind of rebound type of relationships. Now, I actually have seen a couple of people find legit happiness in these rebound situations, but like 90% of the time, it's like she said, it's just a distraction. It's not something that there's any real feelings behind.
In his dirty apartment, he's not the best. He's a regret. Stop crying over someone who's ignoring your text.
So he's not the best. He's a regret. Stop crying over someone who's ignoring your text. Yeah, that one's pretty obvious, but maybe some of you guys have been in the position where you're clearly more invested or trying to be more invested in this relationship than the other person. And maybe you're texting, which, by the way, the art of calling someone has been completely lost these days, but whatever. So you're texting them, and they're ignoring you, or they're not getting back to you till after 2 a.m., which also not only is post 2 a.m. usually booty call time, but it's also, if you think about the timing, if someone's in that position, and especially if they're not answering you till super late, odds are you're already their backup anyway, because they're probably either giving their attention to their primary interest, or they might even already be married and have a kid or whatever, and they're waiting for the wife and kids to go to sleep before they deal with you. So, you know, if being in that situation is what you want, fine, but she's trying to save you from all of that. So, obviously, she's embarrassed to even address this with her therapist. The therapist is supposed to be a safe place, but either the therapist she has judged her, or she knows, and this is obviously part of it, but she knows what she's doing isn't right for her, I mean. And so she's like, you know what? I don't want to be told the right thing at this point. I already know. I'm just going to lie. All right, like we save ourselves from embarrassment a lot of times with miniature lies or big ones like this one.
Swore I would marry him, but really I was just okay with settling. If I could go back,
now she's playing both sides of the conversation from a therapy session.
Tell me he's not the one, girl, you should run. It's a fucking mistake, 'cause it's not love, it's just a new distraction. Self-sabotage, it seems like it never happened. In his dirty apartment, he's not the best, he's a regret. Stop crying over someone who's ignoring your text, 'cause it's not love, it's just a new distraction. You should put the phone down, he's such a
Then we had that call screen where she has changed his name in the phone. She threw the phone down and ran. Like, she acknowledged that it was a mistake. She put the phone down. She dipped out. And now he's actually calling. It's 1:13, although she's running in daylight. So I assume that this is actually a daytime call, but it fits better if it's a late night thing.
He's such a loser. Girl, you're just losing it. I know the truth.
Now she's finding comfort by hanging out with her friends like she should have in the first place.
Girl, you're just losing it. I know the truth hurts, but he's a piece of shit. 'Cause it's not love, it's just a new distraction.
Love her vocal tone.
Self-sabotage, it seems like it never happened. In his dirty apartment, he's not the best, he's a regret. Stop crying over someone who's ignoring your text, 'cause it's not love, it's just a new distraction.
Of course, she's good at Jenga. Why wouldn't she be?
He's such a loser.
And she's good at beer pong.
You're just losing it. I know the truth hurts, but he's a piece of shit. He's such a loser. Girl, you're just losing it. I know the truth hurts, but he's a piece of shit.
Yeah, I talked about the blurring out the middle finger gesture and why I thought that was funny, but I didn't even touch on the most obvious reason why I thought it was funny. She's literally allowed to say fuck and shit, but she can't just flip someone off. Like, what are you gonna do? Alright guys, that was AleXa with Distraction, and it was a great distraction from the rest of my day. This was a lot of fun, and like I said, even though the song is fun, it's upbeat, it's got that pop punk rock vibe, it still carries an important message of avoiding heartbreak by jumping into the first thing you see after breaking up with someone else. So yeah, try and keep that in mind, and well, if you've never been in that position, hopefully you never are. And if you are in that position, maybe blast this a few times and figure out if you should leave that situation. But thanks for checking this one out, guys. Real quick, a couple of things. We have the Patreon. There's free and paid content over there. Feel free to check all that out. Paid content also has a Discord server you can join, has guaranteed request every month, so that you would jump to the top of the request queue. If you're someone who has been waiting in the queue for a long time, there is a way to see where you're at there with the spreadsheet link down below in the description. And if you don't want to join Patreon, but you still want to move your request to the top, you can sponsor one through the PayPal. Feel free to check any or all of that out. But thanks for being here. I'll catch you for the next one. Take care, everybody.